Can you believe we're back for another sports sale? Feels like just yesterday I recorded the OG for real. Hey, it's your girl Destiny, but also yes, Destiny, here for the reality of it all. If you're new around here, welcome. Bring it in, bring it in. If you're returning, I'm so happy to see you again. Can you believe we're back for another sport video already? Typically on this channel, we do a little bit of everything because that is just the reality of having, say it with me, a creative career. So usually it's giving lifestyle, beauty, travel, professional dancer on land and at sea, and all that tea. So if that vibe sounds like your vibe, go ahead and subscribe and you'll see how it's all one and the same. Now, because it's not the winter sale, can I still be like, it's time? I don't know. That's what I did last time, but now it's the spring sale, so I don't know if Mariah Carey still applies or what. But we're here with the Sephora Spring VIB sale. And of course, you guys already know I'm going to leave in this little pamphlet because I don't want to tell y'all the wrong dates, the wrong info, the wrong nothing. So depending on what you may call it, Sephora VIB sale, the Sephora Savings Event, the Sephora sale, all the same thing. The sale is at Sephora at Kohl's, kohls.com, sephora.com. In store, you're just gonna go ahead and mention the sale at checkout. And then online, you're gonna use code SPRINGSALE. That's for all of the sale. And then for Sephora collection items, you're gonna use the code SCSAVE. Also, let me go ahead and scooch over so I can throw this on the screen. And then the dates for the sale are as follows. Starting on the 10th, everyone gets 30% off the Sephora collection, no matter what tier you are. And then for Rouge, starting on the 10th, you're gonna get 20% off. On the 14th, VIB is gonna get 15% off. And then on the 14th, 10% off for Insider. And then on the 20th, the sale ends for everyone, all tiers, Sephora collection, all the things. You can use a discount as many times as you need. You can do a pick up in store order and then buy some stuff while you're there, and the discount still applies. I'm not even gonna hold you guys. Last time I recommended like my OG staple items. So my recommendations for this video are gonna be short but sweet. I'm gonna break it into the things I'm recommending and then also the things that are currently in my cart and then the things I may add to my cart later on. I felt like last sale, I definitely had a hold on more things that I wanted, was looking to buy and all that. And this sale is kind of like, I will say I do have some trips coming up, so I feel like that's the most of what I'm kind of eyeing to buy this sale, things for, you know, recent travels and trips and adventures going on. But other than that, there wasn't really anything that I was really trying to peep. Also, last sale, I felt like my focus was trying to differentiate my on-stage glam routine versus my everyday makeup routine and making sure I had products to separate what my looks were looking like, because by the end of a recent performance contract, I felt like everything was morphing and was blending, and somehow I was always on full beat with full glam every time I put a brush to my face. It just wasn't making sense. So I definitely feel like my gears and my priorities have shifted this sale. So instead of trying to differentiate those looks, I'm now more focused on my recent trips coming up in the near future and like SPF and summer scents and things being lightweight and not too heavy, like completely opposite from what I was thinking about during the winter sale, basically. So this doesn't mean that I don't still recommend any of those products I did in my last video. I definitely do, because like I said, those are my staples, my OGs, my ride or die. Like I highly doubt there's a product coming out that's gonna knock any of those products off their pedestal. But just know these things are more so seasonal or things to think about during the spring, summer, that I recommend in addition to all those products. I stand by my recommendations, okay? So I have my phone with me. I'm gonna go into my handy dandy Sephora app where I made my list. I'm gonna go ahead and put them on the screen here as well so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. So the first list that I made, I'm going into, are my spring recommendations. Like I said, tiny but mighty list. Still stand by all my other recs, and now we're just adding two basically for spring, summer recommendations. So the first thing I'm gonna recommend is the Danessa myricks Yummy Skin Soothing Serum Skin Tint Foundation with Peptides and Ceramides. I do not remember that title being so long. And I'm in the shade 14 for this, which is dark to deep with warm undertones. This is actually what I have on my face right now. This is like my go-to skin tint foundation, if that makes sense. Super lightweight, not too heavy. I really enjoy it. I definitely feel like it's kind of buildable too. Like depending on if you want more coverage, you can just, you know, keep putting it on a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more, and I think you'll be good. My next product on my recommendations list is the Touchland Power Mist Hydrating Hand Sanitizer in the scent Beach Cocoa. Now, $10 for hand sanitizer is absolutely crazy. This is a splurge, essentially. You do not need to spend $10 on hand sanitizer. I can guarantee it. But I will say the Beach Cocoa, the scent, it hits, and I have had this hand sanitizer for a while. It says I purchased it on May 4th, 2024, and I just emptied it maybe like, I want to say like a month or two ago. Again, this is definitely a splurge for hand sanitizer. You do not need to spend $10 on hand sanitizer, but if you're in the business of getting a new one or trying out a new scent in the touchland, I recommend Beach Cocoa. My next recommendation is going to be the K-Skin Isle Lip Balm SPF 30 with sea moss and aloe stem cells. So like I said, my focus for the sale is some upcoming travels, trips, spring, summer, all the things. And while SPF is a year-round essential, I do find myself wanting to purchase this or repurchase this in the upcoming spring and summer months. The first time I purchased this, I actually was on a performance contract and I was basically living in the Bahamas. And let me tell you, that Bahama sun is not the same as the Floridian sun, and it will get you. And for the first time ever, I experienced sunburn and my lips burnt to a crisp. And that's why I ended up buying this for the first time. And let me tell you, it made all the difference. I will say, when I first purchased it, I did encounter the applicator issue. I have heard that they have since reformulated the packaging of this product, so I'm thinking about repurchasing, and then hopefully I don't run into that same problem. The only reason why I don't have this to this day is because I ended up losing it. I got the shade Clear. I actually didn't realize they have so many new shades with this. I believe it was just 4 when this first came out, when I saw it in store and purchased it. I believe I got it at the Sephora in San Juan, Puerto Rico. That's also where I finally found my shade in store to match with the Danessa myricks Yummy Skin Tint. But I also have the shade not Coco Cabana. Y'all know that. Maybe I'll get Coco Cabana next time instead of repurchasing the Clear. I don't know. I brought this here to make sure that I don't forget to say it. This is the K-Skin Isle Nourishing Body Mist SPF 50, the broad spectrum sunscreen, and it's water resistant for 80 minutes. I got this from Sephora also when I made the lip balm purchase. And for some reason on the app it's saying that's only available in store, even though every store of like near me is saying that it's out of stock. So I don't know what's going on with this product. I do recommend it though. I'm going to go save it to the list today. For some reason it was saying in-store only, and then I also couldn't add it to the list. So I don't know what's going on with this. I hope it's not going anywhere because I definitely planned on like re-upping for the spring, summer months. So I don't know, but if you can find it in store, I do recommend that sunscreen. And then the last on my recommendation list is going to be the ouai St. Bart's Hair and Body Mist with Dragon Fruit and Orange Blossom. I love this body mist. I really do. I went to Kohl's to make an Amazon return, and then I ended up just browsing at the store at Kohl's on my way out, and I was like, let me go ahead and get it. This scent screams summer. It's just, oof, it is so good. It has notes of dragon fruit, orange blossom, and tuberose. It's just like you're on a beach somewhere immediately, like walking out of the ocean. So that is it for my recommendations. Next, we're going to go to products in my cart, and then we're going to end with the products I may add. Right now, there are 13 items in my cart. I guess 11 if you take away the 2 samples, but I can almost guarantee you those 11 things probably are not going to see me. But here are the products that are in my cart in a particular order. I'm just going to scroll through, starting up with the Cyklar Ceramide Milky Essence for full body hydration. Cyklar is actually a brand that has been on my radar that I really do want to try. I've never seen a milky essence for the body. Like I've seen some for face, but the fact that it's for body and also that it's like unscented, very plain, like something you would put on like right after the shower and then either do like a lotion or a body butter afterwards. I'm very interested in that. Also, the lactic acid foaming body polish and wash. Lactic acid is an ingredient in my exfoliant from Paula's Choice. You know, just an ingredient I want to try. I want to kind of, you know, upgrade my body care routine, both in and out the shower. And also, speaking of body care, another product I currently have in my cart is the Salt and Stone Black Rose and Oud Extra Scent Aluminum Free Deodorant. Now, the only reason why this is in my cart, to be completely honest, is because I'm running low on deodorant and I'm gonna have to re-up anyways. Usually I just, stick with the Dove 0% aluminum deodorant and just re-up, at Ulta or the drugstore. But I'm like, why not look into getting a deodorant while the sale is going on? I will say a lot of the deodorants, either at Sephora or even at Ulta as well, a lot of them have salicylic acid in it, which my skin does not agree with that ingredient. And yes, I'm saying that ingredient, so I have to prove myself again because I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, I had to get rid of that ingredient in my skincare routine altogether. I felt like that was my villain origin story when I was a teenager trying to get my skin together. I had to learn the hard way that me and that ingredient do not go together. And if it doesn't work on my face, I don't want to subject my pits to the same trajectory. So I believe the Salt and Stone one was, there was 2 other ones I had in mind, but the Salt and Stone one was the only of the 3 that didn't have the acid in it. So I was like, okay, add to cart. We'll see. We'll see if it makes it there. Another thing I have in my cart right now is the Oatmeal Skin Enhancing Concealer Enriched 2.5. Oatmeal, we miss her. We love her. This has actually been on my cart since the products finally went on sale at Sephora. I think it was like months after Oatmeal finally shut their doors that Sephora finally put the products on sale, and I just added it to cart, and it's been in my cart ever since. Who knows what ended up happening with the concealer. Another product I currently have in my cart is Danessa Myricks Beauty Yummy Skin Glow Serum with hyaluronic acid and niacinamide in the shade Juice Boost. If I remember correctly, this might have been in my products I may add to cart or one of the categories from my other recommendation video, and you see it's still there. I was thinking about getting the new kit. If you guys saw the kit that Danessa Myricks just put out, I don't know, I'll put it on the screen. Although I have heard there's been a lot of mix-ups with ordering it from the website and people getting it shipped to them and they're getting the wrong one. There's one for dry skin and one for oily skin, and then they go to reorder it and now it's of course out of stock at Sephora. So it's just I will say the only reason why I wouldn't get the kit over the actual product, I already have a full size of the blurring balm in Universal, and I also have a mini size of the blurring balm in Radiant, so I just didn't feel the need to keep adding on things, especially when the product that I really want to try is the glow serum. Well, if we're talking about Danessa Myricks, let's just stay with Danessa Myricks. Another product I have in my cart right now from her is the Yummy Skin Liquid Blurring Balm Mattifying Setting Spray. So I actually just finished the one size setting spray. I finished it a while ago, but it's been sitting in my empties basket, so I can do another empties video. I'm just waiting for more things to be emptied because I don't want to sit down and just tell you guys about 3 products. So empties video coming soon when I empty more things, but hey, I'm just a girl. Anyways, like I said, I have some trips and travels coming up this summer/spring. And since I am out of setting spray, I figured I might as well just go ahead and try the setting spray in the mini size, and that way I can bring it with me on my travels. Another setting spray I did want to try is also the L'Oreal one, or y'all know the one in the red tin. I also wanted to try the new one from Juvia's Place. However, that one is 3.5 ounce, and I'm like, y'all, you just had to add in that extra 0.1 ounce. I'm like, I can't take that on the plane with me. So I figured I might as well try the mini, and that way I can bring it with me on my travels. And also it's not going to take me as long to get through, so I buy another full-size product. And then once I go ahead and finish off the mini, then I can decide whether I want to re-up on the Danessa Myricks and get the full size, or go ahead and try that L'Oreal that Juvia's Place, keeping in mind that, but by then my trips should be over and then it'll be a primary, at home setting spray rather than an on the go setting spray. Another product that I have in my cart right now is from 54 Thrones. This one's actually going to be a re-up of a product that I'm about to empty, and it's the Mini African Beauty Butter Intensive Dry Skin Treatment in the 1 ounce size of the Ugandan vanilla and Ethiopian honey. I believe I don't know about reformulated, but it's definitely, it used to be called hand and body cream, something like that. I don't know. This is the hand cream that I use all the time. I usually keep it in my purse as well when I'm on the go. I'll just throw it in there. But I love it. I love the Ugandan vanilla and Ethiopian honey, and I love the way it applies. It's I feel like when I first start rubbing it into my hands, it's like got kind of like a sugar scrub kind of texture. I don't know, maybe that's because it's old. Yeah, and then you like smooth it all, and I don't know, it just reminds me of like OG beauty products that, you know, my mom started putting me on to when I was a teenager. Just like, I don't know, like old school, old school black beauty, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, sticking with the body product I have in my cart right now is from Josie Maran, as the girlies say. And that's the Golden Hour Whipped Argan Oil Refillable Firming Body Butter in the size 2 ounce, so the travel pouch, if you would. And like I said, again, I have travels coming up, so I figured I might as well go ahead and try. I do actually really want to try the Golden Hour scent. I've heard so many things about how this scent is like the scent of all the Josie Maran scents, so I definitely want to try that. Another product I have in my cart right now is the Kulfi Lasty Lip Staining Lip Liner. I am on the hunt for a lip stain. I feel like I have liners and liners and liners, but I did try a lip stain a few months ago. I tried the one from NYX. I got it in the darkest shade. I believe it's called Wild Side. Whew, wild it was. It was too dark. It was too dark for my liking. It was just I couldn't get with it personally. So I do want it to be dark, but I don't want it to be like black. I felt like with the cool tones of the Wild Side, it was like giving like black line on my lips. And I want something that's like dark brown, like a true dark brown, if that makes sense. So I know this Kulfi one just came out. I know there's also lip stains from Summer Fridays and Huda Beauty, and I'm not sure who else. But I believe this brand is, if I'm not mistaken. So I was like, let me try her first. And then if she fails me, then, you know, we'll go back to the drugstore, back to, you know, one of these other girlies from Sephora. And the last product that I currently have in my cart is the Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez Brow Harmony Flexible Lifting and Laminating Eyebrow Gel. I have heard raving reviews about this eyebrow gel. I don't know, $21 I feel like is very expensive for an eyebrow gel. However, I love an eyebrow that is, you know, fried, dyed, and laid to the side. I love the laminated look. I actually used to get my brows laminated like consistently when I was working in a salon, but I felt like getting them laminated was the only way for them to actually stay. Like all these brow gels, they are no match for my brows. But it's not like a laminated, it's not like a, like, you know how sometimes you see the girlies' edges and it's like, you know, you could like,
yo, look, my hair, it don't move. You hear what I'm
like
telling
that's
you?
how I want my eyebrows. I'm not even kidding. And people are swearing by this eyebrow gel. I don't know, I guess we'll see. I'm at the point in my eyebrows where I'm like, I might as well just use edge control, to be completely honest. I don't know if a gel consistency will be right for me. Maybe I need to go on to like a freezing, like you guys know, like the ABH brow freeze. Like maybe I just need something a bit more thicker. I don't know if these like the mascara 2 types will ever be thick enough for my brows, but I'm willing to give it a try, and you know, I can always go ahead and return it. And finally, the products that I may add to my cart, may not, we'll see. I have my eye on them, but I'll be okay if I don't try them out this sale. So first up is the First Aid Beauty Hydrating Sunscreen Milk with Colloidal Oatmeal. Broad spectrum SPF 45 1.7 ounce. I have heard mixed reviews about the sunscreen. Some people said it was the best thing ever and changed their life, and I heard some people say it gave them an allergic reaction and they returned it immediately and they are never going to try it again. However, I would like a sunscreen that's just like, you know, if that makes sense. And also, I know that my skin really loves the Colloidal Oatmeal that's in First Aid Beauty products. I currently use their body lotion and my skin is a big fan, so that's why I'm leaning like maybe I might be on the life-changing end of this product and not the, oh my God, give me my money back into this product right now. Speaking of sunscreen sticks, another product that I may add to my cart is the K-Skin Isle Invisible Sun Stick SPF 35. Again, I do have a sun stick right now, but I don't believe it's SPF 35. I'm gonna have to double check before I decide to add this product in my cart or not. But I know that Black Girl Sunscreen also just came out with their sunscreen stick. So Gonna compare and contrast. Speaking with SPF, another product I may add to my cart is the Supergoop Glow Oil SPF 50 Bottle Oil with coconut, vanilla, and fig. Now, if you know, you know, I've self-proclaimed perfected my body glow routine. However, I usually start with SPF and then layer all my glow products underneath on top. I don't know. But I'm like, if I can have a product that has SPF in it and can do all the things of like all my glow products in one, baby, just give me the one bottle of the one thing, and that way I don't have to do all the others. The only thing I will say about this product is one of the notes is Italian lemon zest. Like typically I like really masculine scents. And if I'm gonna do something a bit more like lighter, I usually like to be like coconut, sandalwood, musk, like something to just, you know, not too like fruity. So this might be something that I need to try in store, but SPF Glow Oil, I'm definitely eyeing for the spring/summer again for my trips coming up. Another product that I have on my may add to cart list is the Olaplex No. 3 Plus Complete Bond Repair Pre-Shampoo Hair Treatment. I know y'all have seen the videos of the girlies doing the test with the hair strands and the weights, and you know what? Sold. You got me. And last but certainly not least, the last product that I may add to my cart is the Topicals Faded Tranexamic Acid Dark Spot Patches with Hyperpigmentation. Now, I do love my Topicals eye patches. The dark spot patches, the only reason why I'm leaning on maybe getting them, maybe not getting them, because people are saying they leave like a ring around whatever they're lightening. So you might be better off just getting like a dark spot serum. Like one of the ones I was looking at was the Edam one, like using that instead of an actual patch, because that way you won't be left with, you know, the literal patch on your face, because we don't want that. We want the spot gone. We don't want a patch over the dark spot, you know what I mean? I think we did it all. I'm so sorry if I was speaking too fast. Also, I will have all these products linked on my Shop My. Make sure you guys comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking of picking up this sale. Are you also kind of focusing on spring, summer months, SPF, recent trips, things like that? Let me know. Y'all, I almost forgot to mention that April is my birthday month. So I also have to add in my birthday gift from Sephora into my order. I do think I am going to go in store and look at the ones they have, because they have 2 online right now and both of them are sold out. So if your birthday is in April, let me know what you're picking for your Sephora birthday gift. And that, in fact, will do it. Thank you so much for watching, especially for making it to the end. I really appreciate it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. You never have a chance to see how it's all one and the same. And I'll see y'all in the next one.